Hi y'all, Katsumi here. Welcome to my LEGO library, and welcome to my review of one of the first three of the new Diorama collection, Dagobah Jedi Training. The set number is 75330. It has an extremely satisfying 1,000 pieces. Yep, there it is on the box. Your eyes are not fooling you. It is literally 1,000. The grand majority of those 1,000 pieces most likely being these transparent green tiles, which is what drew me to this set out of the three of the Diorama collection. I think it's going to be a little annoying to put on, but it's going to look very good. Ages 18 plus, did I already say that? And it has the 18 plus style packaging, of course. This is definitely aimed at adults, and you can tell it's very dioramic. Is that a word? Because it has the LEGO Star Wars printed tile and the quote tile, "Do or do not, there is no try." We have the pretty side of the box with a really nice view of the side of the diorama. Coming up, oh, I forgot to do the languages. Entonnement Jedi sur Dagobah. I think Jedi and Dagobah are too English for me to translate them, but whatever. The actual size reference is Luke Skywalker. And in Spanish, it's Entrenamiento Jedi, or would you say Jedi? These are tricky in the other languages. Entrenamiento Jedi and Dagobah. The pretty side of the box, the ugly side of the box. The bottom, I didn't even show the bottom. I'm not even going to show the bottom anymore, actually. On the back, we have a view of a display idea. We have the back, which has access into Yoda's hut. A scene from Empire Strikes Back where Luke is trying to use the Force. And the dimensions, 6 inches or 16 centimeters tall by 29 centimeters or 11.5 inches wide. Let's get this built, methinks. Bam! Just like that. Voila. It's built. Do or do not, there is no try. I did not try. I did not try. I did. I built it. Period. Well, actually, me and my friend both built it, and for that reason, I have no seconds per piece statistics, and honestly, I don't even have an idea of how long it took. Okay, maybe if I had to come up with a number, I would say 2 hours. That's very random. Anyways, we were just enjoying it. We had an incredible time together. This is probably one of my favorite sets I've ever owned. I like the balance between displayability. It looks really good in my room. And even picking it up, I realized just how sturdy it is and how heavy like 1,000 pieces can be. While also retaining a bit of childlike, playability. There's definitely some space and some little, accessories like his little lantern and torch to just like play around. Right now I have him in a seated meditation position and R2-D2 on this side. But you can use that clear piece to have him, let me try, to have him be on his handstand like is advertised. The green step, let's talk about it. It's 177 tiles, green tiles. Well, you kind of start, there's little layers, but the main green step is 177 green tiles. And it's actually not bad at all. I mean, okay, maybe I did it with my friend, we were having fun. But you just kind of start flowing. I've never done a LEGO art set, but I imagine it's very similar. You just like, it's literally the same piece. You don't even have to identify the piece. You just grab it and place it. And I was literally going like, in like rows and on the grid. I was going back and forth like, and I filled in this side while he filled in that side. And it was fine. It was actually really relaxing and fun. I love the tree, the suggestion of the tree that might have, might become even huger, might be part of a bigger tree or the bigger swamp forest. I think the positioning on the base is really nice. They like the fact that they have the hut in the upper left corner when you're looking at it like this, with the wing in the lower right. I feel like that was well planned and well executed. Again, the base is super strong and sturdy and matches the other ones, of course, with those silver, why am I forgetting the name? Grill pieces. But I'm gonna actually try to swap them out for black. I think I'm gonna like that more. I don't know, I think the silver is just jumping out a little too much. The little X-wing is enough of the wing for the suggestion of what's happening. In fact, I even include some bubbling details right here, which I think was just another incredible touch. This snake is loose. It's the only loose thing. Everything else I can... Ooh, okay, that's kind of scary actually. But yep, everything else is secured. I just have him over here in the swamp. Little plants growing out of the swamp. Again, the mangrove tree, I think that's the name. With its huge roots that have become trunk. Great use of many different sloped curves, snot on the side, on top, all around to get this Yoda hut vibe. It definitely looks like it's made of clay or just very artisanal, very Native American-esque, very humble. And there's even the chimney. We'll go around back to see more. I love, this is a very small detail, but the fact that they chose for the tree on this side to extend onto the base, I think it's just incredible. I think it's just so, what's the word? Abstract to think that this is just literally a box containing a scene of a much larger world on Dagobah. Coming around to the back, oh, don't get lost, Mr. Snake. You see we have a little bit of access to his hut, including... Okay, I've seen different answers for what this is. The blue crystal, I would say it's just a kyber crystal for a lightsaber. But other people have said holocron, which are little message boxes for those unfamiliar. I'm gonna stick with kyber crystal actually. I feel like he would be, you know, he might just have one on hand and he would be making lightsabers, I think. We have a small pot with, you can't really see it, but inside the pot actually has translucent orange, translucent yellow, and translucent red studs to suggest the actual fire burning, which I think was a super cute detail. That's kind of a theme with these, I think. I don't have the other dioramas, obviously, but I feel like there might be little details hidden in for, you know, us the builders of it. And we have his little bed, as well as the lightsaber he gives Luke, I assume. So that's the back. Again, love the texture, love the different browns, the regular brown and then the darker brown. Great choice for the dark leaves and these seaweed pieces that I realize I've never gotten, or seaweed or whatever they are. These ones up here. I realize I've never gotten them before. I think they're extremely useful and fit perfectly with the swamp aesthetic. The shoreline is really nice, how there's so many slopes and different pieces, creating a shore, even how they included this little winglet right here to just, you know, give suggestion that there's more land over here. Again, with the growing awesome touches. Oh, the inclusion of tiny bit of green or olive green in the hut. It's this attention to detail that I appreciate. Let's take a look at some minifigures. First up, we have the Jedi in question himself, Luke Skywalker. He's looking great. He's in his Jedi training attire. Very Dagobah, very swampy. It's very humid, I'm sure. He's very hot, so he just has a little tank top and then some pants, cargo pants. Something I don't love is that both expressions seem a little... They don't really capture such a friendly side of him. See, this one is very concentrated and he's meditating or whatever. And then the other one was very, you know, he's frustrated, he's trying very hard. So I would have loved if we got more of a neutral / friendly face, but there are plenty of Luke Skywalker minifigures. I'm not necessarily complaining. Just the limitations of only having 2 expressions and both of the expressions in this scene being less than friendly. Next up, Jedi Master Yoda is looking very cute with his short little legs, his little walking stick, printing on just the printing on the front and back, no printing on the legs or anything, but didn't necessarily need it. He's a very humble, simple guy, and that's coming through here. I like that the head is a special mold and it's soft rubber. I think that makes it just more Yoda-like. He has a little hair printing on the back. He's getting a little old at this point, yet he's still looking very charming and wise. Lastly, here we have R2-D2 with back printing for the first time and the muddy version. I'm obsessed with this version of R2-D2. I think it has that extra charm and character that you can't necessarily get on droids with their face because they're a droid, but you can get it with things like the mud on his face. You know, he's been on Dagobah, he's not having the great time, he's not having the best time ever. And I'm sure he's feeling a little homesick at this point. The back printing looks just as great as the front. These were all great minifigures for the set. You know, they're the 3 that I would think of as well. I don't think the minifigure department is lacking at all. If I was rated per category, the minifigures would get a perfect score. What a fun set, truly. I think this is definitely going to be one of my favorites for a little while. The other, obviously this is my top choice of the 3 initial diorama collection. And then the green is really taking it home for me, and just the natural vibes. And you know what? I am feeling a little more connection to the scene now. I realize it's important, and you know, it's making me want to go back and watch Empire Strikes Back. I wanted to show you something fun I like to do is the swamp water has small places where there are studs still, just to give it texture, I believe. And most of the studs were taken up by plant. But something fun I like to do is, like in Lego Star Wars, if you're familiar, R2-D2 can go in the water. Well, he can go in the water even in the movie. But I think it's a nice touch to have R2-D2 like that. Maybe he's trying to, you know, help get the X-Wing out, for example. But just stuff like that really makes me think like, oh, this is very much a displayable set. It looks amazing where I have it in my bedroom. And a playable set. There's still some interactivity kept. Value. Definitely one of the most difficult topics to navigate, as the economy in general, you know, just flopping, and Lego and companies know greedily that they can get away with charging what is objectively high prices. $80 for this set. $80 is a little too high objectively for me. I mean, I still got it, so yeah, you know, who am I to talk? But $70 would have been that much better, I think. Obviously we have that adult tax, we have that 18+ tax, like, oh, it's like supposed to be like a collector's item type of vibe, and just very mature toy type, like adults can afford it type. But you know, in a perfect world it would be cheaper or everyone would be making more money. That's all I can think of to say right now. Again, one of my favorite sets, and I'm gonna give it 5 stars. My first 5 stars, I believe. Wait, no, I could be making that up. Anyways, 5 stars. If I gave half stars, I would give it 4.5 for the price. Otherwise, the green, the swamp, the natural vibes, the minifigures, back putting on R2-D2 for the first time, the printed quote tile, the displayability, the playability. It's very well balanced in general, and that's why it earned 5 stars from me. Do you have this diorama collection set? Are you planning to get it? What is your favorite of the diorama collections? What are your thoughts on Empire Strikes Back in general? Leave all that in the comments below. I'd love to have a conversation down there. Thank you so much for coming to my Lego library. Do or do not, there is no try, and may the force be with you.